One.
Dumb.
Yo.
Oh my God.
So dumb.
This show is
What
gonna
up?
be good.
Yo, what up, man? It's your boy. Oh, wait a minute. It's in the booth. It's with your boy Messenja.
Who are you?
Everything came
Who
together
are
in
you,
the
sir?
booth.
Oh,
Here's the
I'm CantonJones.
Ramona
podcast
Jones.
with the interview.
Yeah, it's gonna be real
I need all
interesting
y'all
today.
beauticians and stylists to check in this
Oh
morning.
my God.
If you got hair,
Where are you?
if you do hair, you do braids, I need you in here this morning. And you share this one. Cause we about to get into it.
Oh my goodness.
All y'all, barbers too. All y'all. Anybody in here, this your show.
Wow.
Charles, bro. Check, lock in, bro.
Blue Barber.
Yeah, Blue the Barber. Hey, bro. Yeah. Lock
Rod,
in, bro.
where you at?
Yeah, Roz. Anybody do help? Yeah, check in.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us in the booth with Canton Jones and Messenger. Please like, share, and subscribe to the show on Facebook, YouTube.
Slow down. Slow down.
I had to speed up before he starts scatting over here. Facebook, YouTube, and all. See, all, and you did that on purpose. All platforms, including Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. Thank you, Bill Cosby. All right. I gotta join in.
That's the man right now, boy.
If you were born in the 90s, you don't know
You
what
missed
in the
it.
world.
Sorry,
What was that?
Jazz.
You don't know what in the world going on right
What just
Boy, I'm
happened?
a classic,
Yeah,
boy.
man,
No
that's-
words, but
That is the intro to the great Cosby Show.
Yes.
season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what, 90?
Yeah,
That's 90.
all of them. No, that's still 80s. That was
Yeah,
the
that's
season
still
with
80s, that's right.
the anniversaries. They had the anniversary, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Baby. That to me, that's the best season.
Yeah.
That's the best one. That one and when Olivia first came,
Oh, yeah.
when they had the tuxedo.
Yeah.
Them the two best ones.
I love all the intros.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the intros were fun.
Yeah.
They
Something to look
took
forward to.
time to like,
Every
let
season,
me,
yeah. You look forward to seeing it.
yeah. But yeah, I think them two seasons, they were so consistently just great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had a point to the show. They had a lesson with the show. They had, everything just had a purpose. And that's what I like. And I think that's kind of where, Tyler Perry kind of pulled his genius was from all his plays, and they have a message and a teaching point and a climax, and it's almost like the way Bill Cosby did his shows.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was genius, bro.
All right.
At that time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the 80s,
Yeah.
when all of our shows were, are struggling, what's happening in a junkyard, Sanford and Son, and we was,
Yes.
for that to come then was like a hero to
perfect,
us.
yeah.
You got a lawyer and you got a doctor in the house, all kids, nothing separated, one household. Good with the neighbors, good in the community. Trying to eat healthy. It was just different.
And then you go to a different world. Everybody go to college.
Yeah,
I loved it.
Man,
And a lot of people went to
Shout out to
college
Billy.
and had that family element
know I did.
because of that show.
Yeah.
We haven't had a family show whereas a black family is together, because Martin and Gina was Shaq, and they weren't really married for a long time.
they never had kids, so.
You know what I'm saying? But you talking about, I think Blackish
It's probably the
is the only show that had
My
that
wife
show.
and kids.
Yeah, family element.
Yeah.
My wife and kids.
Yeah.
Blackish.
And I don't even watch.
Other than that,
I never watched it.
Blackish.
Yeah.
You never seen Blackish? Oh my God, hilarious, bro.
No.
Bro, hilarious. You would love Lawrence Fishburne. Yeah, you would love Blackish. Blackish is you. Like, it's educated. They made it out the hood. They live with mom and dad.
Yeah, she's
you
a
know.
doctor. And he's
Yeah.
a big rep or
Yeah,
marketing
well,
person.
I think they got a divorce somewhere in there as far as the not the parents.
Oh, the parents. Yeah.
But you'll see the element like of a more modern day Cosby Show.
Okay.
It's dope. It's dope. It's funny too. I think they just did their last season.
Yeah, they just ended it this year.
Yeah.
See it, the Entertainer now?
So it's called
What show was his show? Say Entertainer.
Oh, that was not in the
Yeah,
house.
he's in the
What was
neighborhood
that?
somewhere. Yeah,
I forgot.
his is new. I don't know his. I haven't seen his.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But we need a classic, just
Blackish
family
was good.
one
Blackish
for
was-
everybody that because 8:00 on Thursday night wasn't.
Yep.
Yep.
That's supposed to be.
Well,
That was
and
appointment
8:30
TV,
Yeah,
yes.
and
Hey, but
8:30
let me
was
tell
no DVR. So yeah,
Yeah. But
You
back
had
in
to
the day,
watch.
back in the day now, Thomas Temple used to have church on Thursday
Oh no.
at 7:00
No.
and Tuesday at 7. Tuesday, Thursday,
Yeah.
and Sunday.
yeah.
And
What
when
did y'all do?
Cosby Show came.
Nobody was
got
at church.
thin in there.
Reb started being up there by himself, man.
Yeah.
They had Reb up there by himself, man. He was loyal too. 3-piece suit, he was still up there.
That more.
But a lot of people started
So he
staying
never
home.
saw the Cosby
Yeah,
Show.
but Bill Cosby took
I
a
don't
choke.
know.
He took a chokehold over the whole industry.
Yeah.
Because white
And
households
then,
was
because Thursday, like nobody's really doing much on Thursday. Back then, so, football has been on Sundays and basketball.
Yeah.
has been throughout the week, but
he took a choke. He had the chokehold on the
Yeah.
game.
And the good
because
thing,
family ties
right?
came
I was
on
about to
after
say
that,
it came right after.
but it was nowhere near Cosby Show.
I watched both, so
I love.
I watch Family Ties,
Yeah.
but the numbers is not.
didn't compare.
That's why when different world, they just moved Family Ties out the way.
They did. They
Yeah, different
absolutely
world came
did.
right out. Like, okay, boom, let's just carry it on. Let's take the whole hour.
Wow.
Yeah, so
All right.
yeah,
What
shout
are we
out.
talking about today?
To pay or not to pay?
To pay.
To
Yeah, I was thinking
That's what-
to
yeah,
pay.
that was-
Should have had a
to pay or not to pay?
To pay.
That is the question.
To pay a bill. To pay
yeah,
a
to
bill.
pay a bill.
Yeah.
But she might need a to pay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we'll see that in a minute.
To pay or not to pay,
But
or
to
to pay or not to pay.
This show is for if you are a hairstylist, barber, we need y'all to chime
Yeah,
in.
even nails, salon, anything in that whole industry, beauty, cosmetics, makeup, all that.
Really the service industry.
Yeah, service.
Just all of it. So go ahead, bro. Let's
Yeah,
go to the
man.
story.
So a stylist called the police, a hairstylist called the police on a client after she refused to pay for a hairstyle that what she called a hot mess. In a series of videos recorded by the customer on TikTok or Instagram, whatever, the woman exchanged words over the service and payment. Eventually, the stylist threatens to call the police to get her money. The question is, do you pay for dissatisfaction of a service? So we're going to play this video, and I need y'all to check this out, and we want to hear from y'all in the service industry. What would y'all do as the client and as the customer?
Yeah, who's right?
As a
Who's
client,
wrong?
Who's right and who's
Yeah,
wrong?
who's right? Who's wrong?
You
got the sound?
All right, you got the sound up. Let me take it
yeah.
back. Let me take it back. All right. Wait, let me start it over. All right.
Yeah.
So you ready? All right, go ahead. You go with the sound.
It's up.
It's up.
Yep.
Oh,
It's up.
Yeah, it's up where it was.
I've had like color hair on top of black hair a lot, and my it's never just puffy.
So they
I
are
know I've
they are
had
having
lots before, so
a light
and
dispute
I've had
right
colored
now.
on it, but it's never this puffy. It's
Okay, so what you want me to do?
can I have my deposit back? 'Cause this like you can like honestly you can like cut cut the bottoms and stuff.
Pay me, you know you can go to jail for that, right?
Okay, like I
Not
said,
go
you
to
can
jail.
take these out. I don't have a problem with paying you. I don't like this.
Okay.
Like I'm recording this now,
Okay.
so we can take these out. You can cut
so
them.
if
Look like a
I pay
monkey
you
did her
for
hair, boy.
service, and you don't
Shut
pay
up.
for it.
So-
you got the service and you have not paid for it.
So I paid half for it. I don't like the service, and you can take the service out.
Okay,
Like I
go ahead and
said,
take
Wow.
So she paid her a deposit.
it. You don't like.
She paid the deposit, and she didn't want to pay the back half because,
Yeah,
as
it
you
was
can
a
see,
mess.
the hair looked a mess.
She jacked it up.
It looked like she did it with one hand behind her back, and it was just like,
Oh.
this the one hand challenge or something. but she just it wasn't done all the way, and you know, so it looked like a hot mess. I agree with the customer. It looked like a hot mess, but in the pay industry,
but it's subjective, right?
It's a service.
It's like I think it's hot and you don't think it's hot.
Yeah.
But this is what you asked for.
Yeah. So what do you do in that instance? If your beautician thinks this is hot, this is how everybody's doing it right now.
Yeah, this
And
how I do
I
this
ask
how I
for
do
my
everybody
deposit
here.
back, or I
I
ask
do
for-
everybody here like this.
Well,
Yeah.
I think so that it doesn't just go to the next level. Whoever can like have the higher character. I wouldn't even call it higher character. Take the higher road. Then if I was the customer, if I was the customer, I would have given them paid for the second half and just never go back. If I was the stylist, I would have refunded the money and took the hair out. I would have, customers always right. Because now, by trying to
I don't know
defend
about
that,
giving all the money, but
well, I mean, I would have.
I mean, at least keep the money for the hair, the actual price
I
for the
would
hair.
have just tried to.
Because the hair costs money, so.
Well, I would have tried to. I mean, but you jacked up the hair and her head.
But she don't feel like she jacked it up.
Ain't nothing
We
she
feel
can-
like she jacked
right,
it
but
up.
I'm saying as the stylist, everybody feels like it's jacked up. Except the stylist,
Right.
Which I don't understand that.
No, you understand. She don't
it
wanna
looked
get her money back.
It looked
That's the
like a
problem.
2-year-old did this, boy, as a project. Like how your kids come and play
And we
with your
play,
hair,
and make a
put
a plait or something.
hair bows in your hair. That's what it looked like. One of her little kids tried to do her hair. That's what that looks like. And I was like, show that. Show. I got a still on it. Show. If you can, you show. There's no way that she would have paid full price for this hairdo, because I just don't understand.
And like she's still doing it. It's like she in the middle of the process.
Yeah, it's like it's not finished.
Yeah,
but she got up. You know how they cut your hair, and then they take the thing off.
Yeah.
Take the cape off and start.
Yeah.
Brushing the hair off your shoulders.
Yeah.
And you be like, "Oh, you done?" That's what that look like. "Oh, you done?"
Yeah.
Type of hair.
But she did end up calling the police, and the police.
Really?
Yeah. And
I mean, what do the police do? What did they do in that instant?
She had to pay.
Oh.
They made her pay.
Yeah. She didn't go to jail. They just were in the parking lot like, well, ma'am, it's a service, and you have to pay her.
Wow.
Well, then there it is. I mean, you just don't come back.
Yeah, I'm saying, and this is a good question for, like I said, all them out there, everybody out there do in the service industry, because I had that done to me one time.
What?
I did an old guy, not like 70 years old, but like 50, was trying to kind of be hip and
That's
young.
old?
Not when I say old, I'm not like the 70 or something like that, but like a 50 middle-aged guy, and he was trying to like do like some sing hip hop, and he brought this album to me. Yeah.
This is going wrong already.
Yeah, he brought an album to me that sounded so bad. And you know how we used to do, what's the thing? We used to flip the record that used to bring them to us.
Kiki had the program.
The service. The
yeah,
remake of the song.
Yeah.
Now, you know what we used to do to them.
Yeah.
There was no hope for this. It was, what was the name of the...
I remember we had a service that we was flipping songs.
Yeah,
like, we'll take the song
you
and
take
flip
the song.
yeah.
It sound like this.
Yeah.
It sound like this. Boom, boom, boom. And everybody like, oh. Bro, there was no hope for this. It was that bad. And I'm like, and so he wanted me to mix the album.
Did you take the deposit?
Nah, I was just gonna, do it and
He pay you
do
at the
everything.
end.
Yeah, he was gonna pay me at the end.
Yeah.
So
Rule number 1.
yeah, that's when when I started. This was years ago. This was a long time ago. Matter of fact, this might have been before, because I ain't even had a studio downstairs. I was still in Cam and KK room. So this is like maybe when Nala was a baby. So I was like, yeah, this is the beat with a doom 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 boom boom boom. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'll mix it. And he was at that, oh yeah.
Oh, no.
So you know what I'm saying? He was like, trying to be hip. And I'm like, okay, this is the hot mess. Yeah.
yeah.
So I mixed his like 8 songs, and it's like
all 8 of them sound like that?
Yeah, they were all bad. It was like nobody's gonna buy this. And in the back of your head, you like, no, this is not gonna do anything. But he think it's the bomb. And then he had a manager. Like, yeah, you know, yo, we need this mix, you know. And he's like hyping him up. I'm like, and obviously he paid him to be his manager because ain't no way you listened to this and was like, yeah, this. So, you know, I'm like, okay, well, if he paid the manager, he must got money. And I mixed it as good as I could. And, bro, it just wasn't no hope. And he thought I was going to make the song sound
better.
Michael Jackson, like, blah, blah. You know, and it with this, you know, the snare was like a Casio, like, boom, 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 boom. Like, and then he was like, when he came to listen to he was like, I thought you was going to, like, mix it. I was like, bro, I can't make that sound. And I hit my MP. You know, I jumped. He was like, yeah, it ain't come in like that.
You want me to reproduce it.
He wanted you to reproduce it.
Yes. And that's what he thought, like, it was going to just be this full ensemble of a song.
No, I got to remake
I'm like,
the whole
bro,
song.
you don't know what mixing is. I'm going to mix the garbage you bought. You know what I'm saying? You need to understand that. I ain't telling
Now,
that.
you want me to remix?
Yeah, that's
something
different. Then you'd have to come in
Maybe
and
that's
do
what
it over
he thought.
here, and it'll sound much better than this. But just mixing this wasn't going to do a whole lot. It was just going to make this cleaner. So it's garbage. It's gonna be clean garbage.
Clean garbage.
Yeah, that's
It's still boo-boo.
Yeah, it's still boo boo. It's just clean boo boo. Yeah. So that's all, I just cleaned the boo boo up. That's all I did.
All right.
Yeah, I can't boo boo. Once you do boo boo is there. I'm just gonna
Can you
clean this
stop saying
boo boo.
boo-boo?
It's gonna be clean boo boo.
Can you
He
stop saying
thought this
boo-boo?
was I'm taking the boo boo off this stuff.
No, it still stink.
It stink.
It still stink.
It stink. Yeah.
It's boo-boo.
We're just gonna clean it up. We're gonna polish this boo boo. It's gonna be polished boo boo.
Okay, stop it. Can you
So
stop?
did he pay?
Huh? No, he ended up, he's like, man, what I'm gonna do with this? You know, and the manager got mad, like, oh man, come on, bro. We thought it was going. I'm like, bro, I just all I can do is mix the stuff. And he was like, all right, man, we got to see what we got to do.
Did they understand? Like, did they finally understand that you have to reproduce it to sound good?
They didn't get. They thought.
What were you expecting? How much?
No, I gave him a number. I told him like 5 songs. I told him, man, give me $500 to mix it. And when I hit the MP, you know, because we are, you know, our MP kits was 808, doom, and it clap, and it was like, yeah, why it don't sound like that? It's like, because it didn't come in, like
I
would
didn't
have
make
to-
it.
Yeah, they didn't process that. Like they didn't process what a mix really is. I know, okay, this might be your first project or whatever, and he probably did this junk on a Casio keyboard at the house with a little mic, you know, right there, because that's what it sounded like. Yeah, like a hop, a hippity, you know what I'm saying?
For Jesus,
yeah,
with a hippity hop
But-
for Jesus,
yeah.
hit a hippity hop for Jesus.
Okay.
That's kind of like what it was with bubblegum. So he didn't understand that you had to pay for a service. But yeah, I didn't end up getting paid.
Wow.
And after that, everything was contract. Everything was cut and dry. Everything was
Learning,
up
yes.
front, back end, everything. And then I don't give it to you until you give me my back end.
That's right.
So you can listen to it. I still got the file.
That's
but like you
right.
ain't getting it until I get the back. That's when everything changed for me. Like, bro, I did this.
Send him a reference. They're gonna say CAJO.
All the way through it. Yep.
CAJO.
All the way through it.
CAJO.
Yep. Had the kids talking through it, everything. Yep. Yep.
CAJO.
Something you can't use.
Nope.
Yeah. Or just simply say he didn't pay for it. Right on the track. CAJO.
This track is not paid for. Beep, bop, 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 boom.
Like you can hear his mix though, you can hear up under there, but you hear me. CAJO.
He didn't pay for this track.
Yeah.
This is the second track he did not pay for. He owed me $500. Do.
All through the track, all the way through. You good, bro? You good?
You like it? Yeah.
You get it? No, you gotta listen through that. You gotta listen through that. You straight? You gotta listen through all
Like,
that.
bro, what's this, bro?
Yeah. Listen through all that. You good? Yeah, nah, bro. Nah, man. I mean,
Yep. Had the kids talking
But
all
yeah,
over
you
it
gotta
and
pay.
everything.
Yeah,
Yep.
you gotta pay for a service whether you like it or not.
yeah.
That's the law. If you
What about food? Like in the food, like if you at a restaurant you don't like it,
you gotta
you don't have to pay for that. If you don't eat it.
If you don't eat it, yeah.
I mean,
but
if you don't eat all of it, if you don't eat all of it,
yeah. But
if you
if
eat
you
it and it's cooked.
But some of that's policy. You know, different places. If
But
you
let's talk
you
about
can't-
McDonald's.
What? When I
your fish sandwich. Your fish sandwich.
Yeah, I mean, I bit into it. This is I'm gonna stay safe song. I bit into it.
Did they give you
It
money
was
back?
cold.
No.
Nah, man, I almost got arrested.
Yes, we got threatened to get kicked out of there.
I threw the sandwich at his head. I missed. But I almost hit him. But I felt played. So I guess all my evidence I threw at him. But it was cold. It was not prepared right. And I was like, man, it's cold, bro. This sandwich cold. And he was like, go to the back of the line. That's why I say go to the back of the line in the song.
Yeah.
But
Man, you
he's like, go to the back of the line. And I was like, nah, bro, you can either give me that sandwich right there, right behind you, or just warm this one up. and he was just like, nah, bro. So I snapped.
It didn't de-escalate at all.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I snapped.
you escalated.
And cussed out the whole
Quickly.
The whole McDonald's.
Yes.
And I threw the sandwich at his head. That's why I wrote the song "I'ma Stay Safe," because that's what I should have did. Stay safe, and was like,
But you didn't stay safe.
nah, not at all. No.
I'ma be a heathen. I'm finna start cussing.
Yeah, I cussed him out. Yeah, the whole restaurant, and then he called. Don't ever bring him back in here again.
I don't think we even been
They
back.
called the police. I never been.
Which
In
McDonald's was it?
20-something years.
MLK.
Oh, national.
West
MLK.
End.
West End.
Oh.
West End. Right by the mall.
I don't even know why you went over there.
Because we
I
were
was
in
in
school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this was over
Yeah,
20 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was way over 20. Yeah, I was in school, broke. So that was the last of my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that meant something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried it.
Yeah, cold fish fillet sandwich.
Bro.
Yeah, and food. I think food is a little different though.
And maybe not.
Food
Hindsight
might be a little bit
2020.
different.
It could have been the tartar sauce that was cold.
Oh, God.
And
I
the
just
sandwich
thought about
hot.
this just now.
I just
You just
now.
figured that out.
Just now.
25 years later.
Just now.
You know what?
It probably could
The
have been.
sandwich was good. They didn't put cold tartar sauce. They should have heated tartar sauce up. Can I get some hot tartar sauce right here?
That's probably what it was.
Oh, my
bro.
God.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
I'm thinking about it, Cam.
Cam back there laughing.
But could you pay for something like that? Like if somebody twisted your hair and kind of left them loose and stuff, and be like, bruh, this ain't it.
Oh, well, Mona had been
I mean,
doing
I
my
would
hair.
pay.
No, I mean, I'm just saying, but
Oh,
if you
so-
went somewhere
if I
and
went
you got your
somewhere-
twist today.
And my junk wasn't twisted right.
Yeah. And they say, you got to give me my money. I got to call the police.
I pay them.
And I would
I
never come
just
back.
never go back.
And that was Ruby Tuesday then.
Yeah, see, I just would never go back, and then, probably record a conversation with me talking about, man, I was at the barbershop.
Exactly what she did. She did the right thing.
What we said on 4th and
Stanley. I got to find that place.
4th and Stanley.
4th and Stanley.
I wouldn't even hate on them. I just let it ride. But I go to somebody else, but that's me, Or if I was the barber, I would give the money back. Because there's some barbers that don't pay attention. Like, bro, I said, don't shave this, bro.
Right.
And they start like, oh, man, I thought you said.
You ever paid for a bad haircut?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, my hairline one time wasn't all the way straight. But he had done my hair. I just can't go back to him.
Yeah.
If somebody does a service, if somebody does. Now, some people like, man, I ain't paying for this junk, But, yeah, you got to pay for the service.
I mean, if you're a barber, too, and you mess somebody, too. That's why they got that Beijing
that
be
way
trying
they
to fix stuff up.
Yeah.
And then you get
That's
home
why
and
people really
watch-
get mad, because they know you know that they know you messed up.
Right.
And you playing like, oh, what?
Right.
And you been extra long trying to fix it.
Trying to fix it.
Yeah. And you ain't got them looking at the mirror, and that's why you taking so long on the hairline.
Like, bro.
You know you messed up.
Bro, you went back too far, bro. Like, you went back too far, man. My hairline right here, bro. Like, you can see it grow. Nah,
You
bro.
see how I'm dark right here and I'm light right here? You see my skin change? That's a tan right here. There will be some hair right here. Yeah, but I mean, what about cars?
Man,
You get
I'll
your
take
car
a car
back and
back.
it's still like,
Bro.
man, wait a minute,
I'll
bro.
take a car back.
bro.
He's like, bro,
Our
come on, man.
brakes
I
fell out
thought
of
you.
our car. Remember?
Yeah.
We
Brakes
just
fell
got
out while we driving.
our brakes done, and they yeah.
Had just got them done, but
Just
brakes.
got them done.
By just brakes.
So how y'all stop the car?
It was the Lord.
God,
Yep.
and I was driving.
And
God,
I said the Lord.
Yes.
pulled the emergency brake to stop the car,
yeah.
and went back and dude wouldn't. That's why. So Ruby Tuesdays ain't the only thing that get done like that.
Have you seen a Just Brakes lately?
I went to Just Brakes and said, okay, don't worry about it. This place ain't gonna be here no more, and it's not there no more.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You telling me
That is my fault.
and I just drove out of here, and you ain't gonna get my money back, or I gotta put something in there. And so when I went back,
I had to take a mechanic to court to get my money.
yeah,
I had to file a
we ain't gonna do
lawsuit.
all that.
I just put the
We'll just
engines
shut them
on.
down. Yeah.
No, it was an engine. So they went to
God, dog.
the car wash on Riverdale, Highway 85.
Car wash did that.
Yeah, you know they got the lube on one side, and it's like
okay.
it's like a no,
why
it's the
you
big
laughing at
car
him?
wash.
You got an engine done at the car wash. What a wonder.
No, it's the big car wash. It's not like the little one you drive through. It's like the one with all the kids out there, you know, paused
Yeah.
up. The one on 85 and going through Riverdale.
Yeah, I ain't never, bro. I ain't getting my car washed at
Yeah.
no Riverdale, boy. What's wrong with you?
I mean, it's
I know
in
good
Riverdale.
enough.
Yo.
I know good enough by living
I
in
actually used to
Atlanta.
work there in
when
high
not
school.
to go.
Yeah.
yeah.
I actually used to work there in high
That's
school.
when it was good.
But,
by the time I
stop
got
it.
here,
Stop.
they were like, "Don't go down that street right
Stop.
there."
Stop.
But it's a whole like mechanic side. So lube, so it's kind of like a Jiffy Lube on one side.
Yeah.
And I took it there to get my my oil changed. And so when I left, I got down on the highway and I saw it looked like smoke was behind my car. And so my car like the check engine light came on and then it cut off. And so I was able to get on the side of the road on 285. I was on the shoulder. I was like, man, what? And I looked at the back of my car. I was like, what is this? And it was oil, like specks of oil everywhere. That was oil. They didn't put the oil pan all the way back
that
in there,
happened
and
to us.
all my oil leaked out on
Yeah.
it, and it locked my engine.
Yep.
So
That
I ain't had
happened
no
to the red
engine. I
car.
couldn't start it. Once the engine locked, you gotta get another one.
Yeah.
So I had to take them to court to get my to get them to replace my engine.
I had gotten an oil change from
That was Walmart.
No, I had gotten recently Betsy, my Mercedes, got an oil change on that.
Who was Betsy?
Betsy, my
Big
truck.
car.
Oh, the name of the truck is
It's
Betsy.
I call her
Betsy, yes.
Betsy.
Oh, I'm thinking the mechanic is Betsy. You took your truck to a woman?
You know what?
I was like, who? I mean,
It's like, look at her. He don't like her.
What?
This
What?
man here, boy.
Nah, that was saying, well,
we
who's
got all
Betsy?
type of women.
And I'm just, well, who's Betsy?
No.
Okay, so Betsy's the truck. All right.
The oil change, we got the oil change, and when I drove off the lot, the oil light come on. Like, how do I get the oil change? And when I leave, the oil light
Like,
come on. And so I was like, oh no. So I go back, and people try to play games. Like, bro, I just left here, and the oil light is on. We're like, maybe not maybe nothing. Don't give me no maybe. I'm about to pull up in here, and you're about to do whatever you got to do.
To get that light off.
Yeah, like, and you're about to do this now. You're like, and they'll be like, "You sure you got to, bro? Don't play me, bro. Don't make me get out this truck, man."
Yeah.
And so sometimes people play games, and
they're lazy.
they try to even sometimes with cars, try to say, well, you need this, you need that, you need this, and
No, you need to do your job.
I'm like, bro, I just came for this. Just do this right. And so they have messed up cars. They have messed up certain
Businesses
things.
they gotta do better with that.
That's the integrity.
Yeah, right. You gotta have integrity with business, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta have integrity. If the check engine light come on and you're doing the oil, check oil light or the check engine light, but then you fix the problem.
Right.
Do you honestly
This is
feel
not
like
the next day.
Do you feel like this beautician had integrity, based on what we saw?
I don't think so.
No.
Show this girl head.
No.
I don't think. No.
Because if you're a beautician, you know the level
Yeah.
First of all, maybe she wasn't a beautician. Maybe she's just a girl that just do hair. Because it's a difference. Because she at a house.
Yeah.
She's at somebody's house.
Yeah,
Yeah, she ain't in no shop. That's somebody's house.
Yeah, she's
not in the shop.
It's one of the 7 deadly sins that's happening right now on this girl head.
Yeah.
This is debauchery.
Yeah.
Or one of them ones that
debauchery?
you don't have
debauchery.
no name. Your name
Lasciviousness, that's what that is?
That's what that is.
Lasciviousness and debauchery.
Something,
on your
man.
head.
She looked like her hair itch.
Yeah,
Like
she
it
been
looked like he
scratching
got
it.
something.
Oh,
And
it
you
look
talking about
old.
she got.
It look old. It like this
And
the
she
before
just
picture.
got out of the chair.
This looks like the before, like how
when she was
walked
sitting
in.
down. Right.
Yeah. And like I said, she might not be a beautician. She's somebody at the house. That's in somebody's house.
Yeah, it's definitely somebody's house.
But she had
an
to see
apartment
her work
because the
somewhere.
cops came and they were in the parking lot. So that's an apartment.
You had to see her work some kind of way. You just don't let nobody just put their hands in your head, boy.
Yeah. But even if you,
God, dog.
but even if you, the business.
I don't even know
but
much about
if
women
you ain't
head,
got a
and I know
business
that ain't right.
and you
Yeah.
doing stuff at the house, you still gotta have integrity.
Yeah.
Like some people cut at the house, they ain't got a barbershop.
Like, look at her. Like, right.
There's
Look,
some people that work on cars that ain't got that ain't got a shop. They just know how to change brakes.
like, look at her eyebrows. They look professional. Her
Well,
eyebrows
she
look
didn't
professional.
get that done
Her
there.
makeup look professional, but her hair look like
Her
she got.
eyelashes look right.
Like she got in a
like,
storm.
look
That's
at
what she
her.
She
looked
should have
like.
had the
At the
same.
end of her forehead, debauchery.
She should have had the same person that did her. Like that. Something don't look right.
Yeah.
Something don't look right, boy.
Yeah.
That mud don't. And she still had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. She called the police. The police
And the
had to
police
make-
said it's a service.
it's a service. Any service you pay for, any service you get, you have to pay full price according to the law for the service, whether you
That's
like
why
it
they
or
have
not.
a court system.
That's why you always check where you going and do your research before you go, because you got to pay. If not, you wouldn't have to check. You just be like, oh, I don't like this, and you just walk out.
That's
And
true.
then not only that, I can like it and say I don't like this and walk out.
And just get a free
Like you
haircut.
can do a
She
good
didn't
job.
like that. I could tell
Yeah,
she
yeah,
didn't like
but I'm just saying though, this is why.
coulda did it right.
Yeah, this
People
is
be hating
why.
on you, right.
Because you
Trying to
can do
steal.
a good job. I like it and be like, I don't think that's it, and walk out. Any service, you'll have to pay them for,
Yeah.
which means before you go get the service, make sure you do your research. If it's in the hair industry, look at the pictures. Yeah, look at their Instagram, see what they do. If it's a Jiffy Lube or whatever, make sure you go see how many ratings they got.
I
how
thought
many
Just
stars they
Breaks
got.
would be good. All
Yeah,
they do is
you're
breaks.
called Just Breaks.
You
That's
only
like
do
Popeyes
breaks.
not having chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They my brakes fell out the car, bro.
How they
Onto the
fall out? That
ground.
mean you ain't screwed the thing back in.
They just not paying
No, and
attention.
then they admitted something. They did admit
Something they did.
they did wrong. And I was like, bro.
And I was like, yeah, you
for
don't
real?
pay for that, right? Well, technically, no, don't.
There's
you're
no
not gonna what?
technically.
Okay, don't worry about it. And I gave it some time. Not there
And
no
now
more.
it's a Pet Boys.
Not there no more.
Did they fix it that day?
No.
They didn't fix it.
No, yeah, they did.
They had to put the
they,
brake back
they
in.
did something, but they ain't do it right. It's like you took me back to where I was before I got here. So I mean, they something they did, and it probably
They
took
put the
too
old
long.
brakes back on?
They had to fix it because I mean I was driving around, so they had to eventually.
Well, I
fix
know we had a show that day, and we had to go across the street, rent a car
it. Rent a car, yep.
while they fixed
yeah.
that. So it
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
they
an
gotta pay for the
inconvenience.
rental car.
Yeah, they didn't do none of that. So that's fine.
But it is a Pep Boys now, so therefore,
told you.
By the time, because I got mad and they did something, but I went back because they had to give me something about a refund or something. By the time I went back, they was like, "We're Pep Boys now."
Yeah.
I was like, "It says Just Breaks." It's like, yeah, but the
This
whole
was like
system
a
is
week later.
Yeah,
This happened.
yeah. So we,
What about the oil change? They fixed it up? when the oil light came on?
Yeah. I mean, I don't talk about my Rubertuzzi ability.
Yeah,
Ruby Tuesday ability.
Yeah,
that probably pinned. If you'd kept driving, that mother probably would have locked up too.
yeah.
Oh, that happened to another car.
I'd be like, don't worry about it. I'll be like, no, you gonna fix this one.
Yeah.
You gonna fix it right now.
Because if you'd kept driving that, you'd have
because I'm
locked
finna
it.
drive right into this bay. Now, how we gonna do it? How it ends?
It gets real expensive.
You know what I'm saying? So you better tell dude I'm coming.
Yeah.
You better get somebody to. Come. Yeah, pause.
All right, can we go to 3 things? I don't even know how we get out of that one. 3 things Yeah, 3 things. All right. Yep. Neither one of y'all are breathing right now, so I just need. There it is. 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 All righty then.
Oh boy. Ooh, that was ugly, boy.
That was. Yes. All right. 3 things. 3 things you say or do to break silent awkwardness, which is right now.
Silent awkwardness. Me?
I do it. I try to say something funny. That's always my kickback is silliness.
I'm starting to be comfortable in awkwardness.
Yeah, treading on awkward. That's your new
just
saying.
my new thing.
Yeah.
Because I have to say too many things against religion and things that normal or things that I have to change the mindset of a lot of people, the way God has given me revelation to teach. And so the room is sometimes awkward.
Yeah, and the tension is loud.
And the tension is very loud. And so I'm learning to be comfortable because you got to think, you know, y'all did hip hop at hip hop shows, holy hip hop, everybody hip hop. And I'm doing hip hop at gospel concerts.
Yeah, we had to do them too now.
Yeah, I know y'all had to. Yeah, you know, where
liturgical dance, yeah. We had to come up behind a liturgical dance in between a sermonic solo, after
now
a selection B.
And now y'all intros always, they could be rapping for the world.
Yeah.
It's always
but they
that.
rapping for
Why?
God.
Yeah.
Why?
But what about like outside the church, like in an elevator, it's quiet.
And you fart.
Okay.
I'm just saying, that's awkward.
Why?
I'm a fart. That mother.
So what do you say?
Huh? Me?
Yeah. Well, how
I
you
don't say
break off
nothing.
it?
I don't care if it's 2 people in there.
No,
It
this
could've
what he
been you.
does. He looks around like
could've
it's
been
not
you.
him.
It could have been
Yeah.
me. We don't know who it
Well,
could've been.
you know it ain't the other person. If they know they ain't did nothing,
But it's just us 2.
then they know it's you.
They might know it's me.
Ain't nobody else in there.
But if I look at them hard,
you
they
don't
might
say
think
nothing.
it's them.
They might
be like,
think
you know
it's
what? It might have been me. You know? But I'll be like, wow, what?
So you don't say nothing when
but
something is awkward.
If it's 2 people in the elevator,
I'm just saying,
and if I fart,
in an elevator, anywhere where just something is kind of awkward, then it's just like.
I'd be like, you know, I mean, I don't trip, bro. I don't trip. I don't fell off stage. I done came out with my zipper down, boy. I know awkward. It's just you got to keep going.
Yeah, electrocute
So
yourself.
awkward ain't
Yes.
even just you just.
If it's awkward, it's just awkward.
Okay.
Like, you got to give me a scenario about, because, I mean, I'm treading on awkward. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I was at a spot teaching about Dominion prayers and apron prayers versus Dominion prayers. And the subject of their conference, which was off the chain, big shout out to Dr. Arthur, was sex, murder, and money.
Blood.
And money. Reclaiming the blood.
Yeah.
Sex, murder, money. And so I was like, man, it's always awkward when you say sex.
Yeah. Somebody say that in a comment section
and I said,
on one of our shows.
I said,
stop talking about sexy in the church.
I said, sex.
He walked down the aisles and said it 20 times.
Sex.
Sex city, sex.
I said, I'm finna make it super awkward in here. Sex.
Booty sex. Sex.
Oh, bruh. You took it to another level.
Yeah. Booty sex.
Yeah, those are 2 different words.
But as far as the awkwardness, it's like, wow. Another thing about awkward is everybody wants to see what's gonna happen next.
Everybody's eyebrows are like,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody see what's happening next. If I come out and be like, you know what? Y'all gotta question this man's integrity. And then it's like, ain't nobody I don't care how bad you gotta go to the bathroom.
Nobody's moving.
You wanna hear what's
next-
about to happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna walk off on that. They wanna hear what bro, why? Like, stop touching me. like they be like, everybody like, what?
What?
They want to hear what's happening next. So,
Or like them viral videos at a wedding where somebody's up there doing a vow and a woman walk in, Terry.
Oh, yeah.
What about last night?
Yeah.
Everybody like, ooh.
yeah, straight awkward. Now, yeah, how can you joke out of that? How can you joke? Even if you the pastor, if you're giving the vows as the pastor, and like, if anybody have anything to say,
ain't nothing for that. You can't fix that.
and then that girl, Jerry,
Yeah.
you need to tell your wife that you was with me last night. Like, what you gonna say? Are you gonna say, hey, listen, order, we ain't got time for that, or you just gonna let her talk? I'm gonna let her talk. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and answer mine right. If she stand up and say that, I'm gonna be like, wait, let's go ahead and get
You
this
gonna
out.
get a seat and just.
No, I'm gonna be like,
You got that.
I'm gonna be like, what y'all want me to do?
I mean, what can he
you
do?
Be like,
Yeah,
hey,
what
can he do?
Can you please,
No, because I
just asked the question.
asked, is there anybody
Yeah.
that
Just
got
ask the
anything to
question.
say?
And then, yeah,
Like, I can't tell her to shut up, and I just told her to
say something. It's too late.
speak now or forever hold your peace. Pastor,
Yeah.
I can tell you that the groom ain't got on no drawers right now.
Cause they in my pocketbook.
Okay.
Not my purse, my pocketbook.
Wow.
And then what we supposed to do? It's awkward. So you be like, and me, I'm with the awkward. So I'm just be like, bro, what y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to say now? All right? Where your drawers at, boy?
Okay. Where your drawers at? Okay.
In the mic, where your drawers at? Bro?
Where your drawers at, boy?
Oh gosh.
But you ain't got no drawers line on them white pants.
So we got 0 things we would say.
Yes.
Okay,
Can we go
let's
to the next one?
3 things.
All right, 3 things that are on most people's bucket lists, but not on yours.
I don't have a bucket list,
I don't
but
do
if I
bucket
did,
list.
Yeah, I don't either.
skydiving is number 1. Bungee jumping is number 2.
Cause some of you ain't got to do.
Yeah, they can take them off. Them ain't never gonna happen. I'll do the indoor skydiving, but I ain't jumping out no plane. It was skiing, but I think I'll ski.
Skiing?
Yeah. It would have to be like a slighter slope. No, I ain't shooting down no side, no mountain. But yeah, I'll go skiing.
But you're not skydive?
They ain't jumping out no plane, no.
Yeah, I have no desire. Zero
Yep.
desire.
Nope.
So our lists are the same.
I ain't got no desire to do a lot of stuff, too.
What?
Just a lot of stuff. Like, I don't have to do a lot of stuff.
What's a lot of stuff?
Like go to a certain island or a
Oh.
vacation spot that a lot of people do. I never been to Dubai, but I never have to really go either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I'm very content
Yeah.
with what I've done and where I am.
Yeah.
I ain't ready to die. That ain't what this is, but
Yeah.
it's just that
Take me now.
No, that's not it at all.
That's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That ain't
So
what this-
God say, so you done?
Yeah.
No,
You
I'm
done?
good. No, guys.
What's up? You done?
Yeah.
We done
I
here?
got so much to do.
Yeah.
But I don't have to be. I'm just very content. You know. I think.
Plus, we've lived a lot of lives. Like
Yeah.
some people, like I got to live in a mansion and I got to do this. We've done so much.
But we started free life, boy.
Yeah.
You talking about 9 lives?
Yes.
Before we got stable and found out where the church was gonna be, we was in a different house every year.
Every year.
Like
Different church and house every
the
year.
Church so now that especially after COVID, God has given us a lot of stability. It's just like I'm good. I had so many pairs of shoes that I only wear flip flop because I'm good. I'm just very content. So right now, I just want to do the will of God. And my kids be happy. You know what I'm saying? But as far as having to do something myself,
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And that is, I guess that took a lot of anxiety away from your life to say that you have to live in this house, you got to live with
By
drive
this
car,
time and all
by this
that,
time.
yeah.
It takes all
What
the anxiety.
happened? What took it away, but just kind of put it in space is death.
Yeah.
Death also did that when people close to me died. Like there's stuff I
just-
can't believe. It's like, man, why am I even
Don't even
trying
matter.
to? Yeah.
So certain things that you stress out for.
Yeah, so I'm like, it ain't even important, man. Let me live.
Yep.
Let me live, love, give, share,
Man.
pour into other people. Like it just all comes
And have a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have a lot of fun.
And what I
And
did-
enjoy this gift
Yeah.
that God gave me called
Man, I was
life.
saying that this morning, just
Yeah.
thanking God for everything that I had. I'm content, God.
Like that's in
I'm
all
grateful,
my prayers
God.
now. Thank you for
Yeah.
the gift of life. That's the first thing I say now, because it's a gift.
And And the new thing that I'm doing is resting.
Yeah.
More than sleeping.
Resting, trusting.
Resting, trusting.
Yeah.
Now sometimes rest is sleep, but sometimes rest is just trust.
Yeah.
Where you just
Rest and sleep is not the same
turn
thing.
everything off and just watch a show or just do something to let your mind unwind. Because there are so many. If I start telling you all the things that I need to do, have to do later on, boy,
You wouldn't sleep at all.
Nobody would sleep.
Right.
And God always makes the deadline. He always come through. So a lot of stuff I remember. Thank God for Free Life, who gives very faithfully. But at the beginning, you see, we got to make that happen with this.
Yeah.
And boy, you got to have a lot of faith to look at that offering bucket, boy, and compare it to them bills. Gee, that's why I pray for pastors.
Yeah.
Because I understand. I understand all of the stuff that you do for people.
And everybody outside the church don't understand.
They don't get it.
They think pastoring is this glamorous thing, and he always swindling. Or like, bro, you don't know the
that book bag. I call it the book bag of burden.
Yeah.
Let me put that book bag on your back, full of burden, bro.
You'll understand.
All the stuff I got to deal with. But I don't. I love where God has me, and I see it as an honor to carry certain things and to be that God trusts me with a movement. What we're doing is very different, and what I hear is very different. And how I move, has always been different based off of what God is telling me to do, and I trust. And a lot of times you don't see an example, you don't see anybody else doing it, and you got to do it.
There's trial and error.
Yeah. You be like, plug that in. That don't go.
Right,
I guess that don't work.
Oh, let's try this. So let's try this song. Don't do that one. No
Don't
more.
do that one. We did that inline back in the day. We did Cock Your Weapon.
Yeah.
I never forget that. Never do a song called Cock Your Weapon
at church
for a bunch of young people.
And you're talking about the Bible.
The weapon was our Bible, but I made a beat out of gunshots. That was like boo, boo, cock your weapon. And then they were like, oh, hey. And the gap, a couple guys had Bibles. But one bump went too far. Bump turned into a push, turned into a fight.
Like, ooh.
Within 30 seconds of the song. Like, oh, yeah. So, but I mean, when you are doing something different, you hear from God, and you're willing to put everything into it, you trust. And thank God. That's why I say my wife is probably the only one that could be out here with me, because I'd be like, hey,
let's just jump.
Let's just jump.
Yeah.
You talk about jumping out of the plane.
Yeah, that's different.
We jump in life all the time.
All the time.
If I could jump out of a plane, it probably wouldn't have the anxiety feel that I'm be doing jumping in some of this stuff I got to jump into.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could probably jump out of a plane and go to sleep on the way down based off of some of the stuff I've been called to do. Yeah, I go to, bro, this ain't nothing. I jump out the plane.
Good, yeah.
Like, man, this ain't nothing. Not compared to that doggone thing the Lord told me to do. And so, but I'm so used to just doing it. Like, you told me to do it. You telling me to say this to these people, like them? All right. You want me to sing this now? All right. You want me to do I Can't Help It here?
Yeah.
Baby, God loves you. That's what.
Yeah.
I love that too. Baby, God loves you.
What? I'm at a club, bro. R&B supposed to be trying to be sexy, and had the call come out my mouth.
That's unheard of.
Like, I want to make love to you. I want to make love to you, baby. God love. What? What? Why am I singing like that? Joe calling me. It's so dumb, bro. But that's what happened for real. That's just so
hilarious,
stupid.
bro.
That's just so
That's a skit, bro.
That's so dumb, bro. You try to
That
be
nigga's a skit, bro.
You try to be secular. You try to be all sexy.
Yeah.
And ministry come out.
Yeah. God loves you.
God loves you. And they're like, what? And then everybody was still into it. Like, they ain't
okay.
catch it.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I was like, it was conviction. That's what it really what it was on my face. Like, I knew what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So, like, baby, God love. And then I was like, what? Like y'all didn't hear that, didn't we? And then I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, y'all can end the song. I was so, you know that feeling of being very embarrassed?
Yeah.
Now that was awkward, but that was back then.
Yeah.
And I'm treading on awkward now.
But that's like that amen that pop out on me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Yeah, you do that all the time. Yeah.
I do that
How
too.
y'all do that, amen? Hey, how y'all doing, free life? Amen. I'm like, bro, why you saying amen so much, bro? That's a habit. I'm going to count the amens on you this Sunday.
Don't count amens on me.
Bro, you always say amen.
But don't count no amens on me.
I'm going to do it.
No.
I'm gonna have a count in the
I
back.
ain't gonna say amen.
Yes.
Okay.
Boy, you
This
gonna mess
Sunday.
up.
What?
You're not going to say, okay,
You ain't gonna be able to pray if you don't
give
say
me
amen.
$5 for every amen you do this
Are
Sunday.
you really putting money on?
And if I don't do amen, then what?
Is he really?
If you don't do one amen, I give you $100.
What is happening right now?
If
What
you don't
is
do,
happening right now?
If you don't do one amen,
You gotta,
all the free life.
Put money on God.
man,
I'm mad at y'all.
I ain't coming. I'll see you Monday. Bring me $100.
Y'all ain't
I'll
right.
see you Monday.
Y'all
I'm gonna
ain't
win
right.
this one.
No, y'all ain't right.
I'm gonna win this one. You won't hear amen out of me. I promise you. You won't hear. I'm gonna be at the house, brother. Everything and at the church.
you gonna
I'm gonna call you.
Like, I ain't say amen.
I ain't say amen, bro.
No, you gonna be like, what? You ain't say what? I ain't say amen. You just said it right there.
That ain't gonna work.
You can't do. You can't, especially when you pray.
That's what I'm saying.
I was just saying Jesus' name.
No, you say amen, hallelujah.
All the way through.
You say amen, hallelujah.
Yes, you
together. You say amen, hallelujah together.
Don't think about it. Just say the same. That ain't gonna mess up
Amen,
your
hallelujah.
prayer.
$5. Amen, hallelujah. $10.
Yes, you do.
Bruh, amen, hallelujah. That's what you
Yes.
say.
No, I don't say amen, hallelujah.
You do.
Cam, I say amen, hallelujah.
Cam, like, keep me out of
Man,
this.
come
What
on,
you say?
man. He said a little bit.
He said a little
No,
bit.
you say amen, hallelujah.